So I did a thing today. I went and picked up 2 new additions to the homestead. They are for a purpose, and that purpose is so these 2 new additions to the homestead will serve as for a particular purpose. And first of all, let me introduce you to the two new additions to the homestead. I haven't got names for them yet. I have an idea of maybe what to call them, but I need to run it by Ashley first to see what she thinks and if she approves as well. So, but anyway, I'll show you first. Well, it's not the chooks, as you can hear. However, it is... I'll let them out in a sec. I don't know if you can see them, but I'll let them out in a moment. It is 2 silky bantams. Now, these bantams will actually serve as a purpose for our quail eggs in hatching out new quail, basically. So there is something that I've learned about quails. They are terrible mothers, and they're terrible at hatching their own eggs. And I thought, well, what am I going to do? Can't have an incubator on the homestead because this is an off-grid 12-volt property. Yes, you can run the generator, but you know what am I going to do? Run the generator 24/7 for what, 14 days until the quails hatch? No, not going to work. So someone said, well, I was watching a YouTube channel, not too sure who now because I've watched so many, but they said they use bantams, silky bantams. They're small enough and they are prolific brooders. And I thought, well, I can do that. I can get a couple of silky bantams and let them be the mums to hatch these quail eggs and therefore produce more quails so we can process and eat, you know, and have a turnover of quails. And they're super cute. They are the fluffy silky bantams. Now, I'm not sure if silky bantams can be non-fluffy, but these are the fluffy ones. And they're super cute. Love them. One is 12 months old and one is 6 months old. So I thought that was a good age range for these 2 girls. And the darker one is the older one, the 12-month-old one, and the lighter brown is the 6-month-old. Oh, poor thing. Oh, the chook just grabbed its feathers through the cage. I'm going to actually move these girls into this pen over here. This is where Bobby the rooster actually was, and it has not been used all this time. So I'm going to pop these girls in there. I aim to integrate them in with my Isa Brown hens, my 5 Isa Browns. But I'm not fussed if it doesn't happen. I don't mind keeping them separate because I want them to be looking after the chicks when, you know, the little quails hatch and just look after them. And I don't know, at the moment, I need to keep them separate, need to keep it isolated just for about a week, just so they can know that this is their new home. Come on, girls. These other girls hovering around. I can imagine what they're saying. What's this? What's this? Who are these? Who's come here now? Who are they? You can come out, girls. You can come out. Come on. Come on. Okay, they're being shy. Are you not all right? Oh, it's okay. It's okay. They look a little rough. I'm just going to have to watch the back side of them. Hopefully they're okay. I've never had silky bantams before. I did actually have bantams as a child. I don't remember them being fluffy like this though. And I'm hoping they are in good health. Apparently they had been in a cage for about a week before I picked them up today. The other one hasn't come out yet. She's pretty as well. Their feet are looking a little rough, so I'm hoping they are okay. Oh, lovely. Yeah, that's Poopy Butt, I think. I'm going to have to watch that. I'll just keep an eye on them today. And I haven't had Poopy Butt with any of my girls, so I'm just going to have to make sure that they're okay. So it's good that they're isolated at the moment. Come on, little one. You can come out. You can come out. It's freedom. It's freedom. Now, that one's the older one. And this is the younger one. Oh, I'm going to stand up. It's all right. You can come out. Look, Nala. 2 new chuk-chuks. 2 new chuk-chuks, Nala. 2 new chuk-chuks, Nala. Okay, they're going to have a scrounge around. I really hope that one's backside is okay. It looked a little nasty. Yeah. Oh, yeah, have a dust bath, guys. Have a dust bath. That's it. That's it. Oh, that's good. Who's that, girls? Who's that? Don't get too close. Don't know how they will react. That will be interesting. They might integrate okay. I've just put water and food and a nesting box in there with a bit of straw. I am going to get some sort of covering to come on this mesh net, the wire here, so not so much air goes through, so they're covered a little bit, similar to this one here. I'm just not going to do it now. I'm just going to let them chill because I think it's going to rain shortly, and I just want to go and check on the goats. And they're screaming out. And maybe have some lunch. I'm getting hungry. I have felt very, very productive today. I started out early this morning by removing everything outside of my caravan and starting this garden bed. It's obviously I need to make the raised garden bed. This is just a temporary solution because I needed to pop all this mulch in here. I mainly just want to pop herbs outside of here because this is where we're going to cook under here, and also just to make the area look pretty, basically, because it's looking pretty blah, just not pretty. But anyway, so I did this garden bed preparation today, but I also did this as well. So I'm preparing the ground here, ready to put a ground cover crop in, just to put some nutrients back into the ground and basically start again, because we're Ashley's had this property nearly a year now, and when we first popped in like all her herbs and plants and whatnot, we didn't know how it's going to go over summer, but now we know how it's going to go, and I'm planning different. So I'm doing things totally different, preparing this now and put nutrients back into the soil. I'm going to raise the garden bed, and I'm also going to pop some shade cloth over the top. That can be done later. I just need to start preparing the ground now. What else did I do today? I've removed some more dirt from this area here. I actually need to pop a tap down the bottom there, or connect a hose and then have a tap down, I know, towards here somewhere. I'm not too sure yet. So this drum here will hold the water from when we've had a shower. Yes, it's not much. It's not a very big tank, but I plan to drain it out frequently, obviously to water the plants. But I've also popped that drum there as well. You know how caravans typically have those hand pumps for the water in the sink? Well, I have done something, yay, a bit of luxury to our toilet shed. Instead of the hand basin, instead of a container to wash our hands in, I have made something super luxurious for us. Let me show you. All right, let's go this way. Anyway, that's where the water is going to be stored in here, and I'm going to have it draining out into the garden here to water the plants. So every time, actually not from here, this is where the fresh water will come out of, but I'll put a hole in the tin there, and it will drain out into the garden. So every time we wash our hands and let out the plug, the plants will get watered. Oh, it's a bit bright. Okay, so in our toilet shed, we use this every time we go to the bathroom, which is a real pain and it's horrible. I don't like it. So I made something super special. I haven't even shown Ashley yet. Anyway, let me turn the camera around. Ta-da! This is what I made today. How cute is that? Doesn't need to be big. Of course, we have our toilet. Now we have a wash basin. So this was already on the property. It was over in the other shower area, but I figured it would be nicer in here. So I removed it from over there and created all the little stand for it. So now all I need to do obviously is plug it in and cut a hole out that way for the water to drain out. And also I do have the hand pump that I need to pop in, which I'm really hoping this here is big enough. So let me show you the hand pump. Yes, it is a bit unstable, but you know what, I think it's going to be fine. I'm happy with that. I'm just going to leave it like that, unless the hand pump, when we're pumping for the water, it's going to really rock it around. But I think it's pretty, it is pretty stable. It's not too bad right there. But how cute is that? So if I put our soap there, I'll get a plug, obviously, and got the towel at the top. Perfect. All right, let me show you. So I ripped this out of Ashley's caravan because she doesn't want a sink in there, and this had the pump in there. I just got to get it off. That is super tight, and I hope I don't break it in the meantime. But basically, that's what I'm going to be popping on the sink, and it will be done, finished. So yes, I have been going like the clappers today. But I feel good. I feel good that I've accomplished quite a bit today. Where I ripped out the sink in Ashley's caravan, I'm going to be making a bench top on there so she can use it instead of fumbling over a sink and, you know, the tap and everything. It'll just make it look cleaner, make it look nicer, and yeah, she'll be happy with that. So I'm going to leave it as a surprise for when she is here next. I won't tell her about it. And by the time she sees this video, she would have well and truly seen it by then anyway. So let me just go and see if I can get this water pump tap off of the old sink. And see if I can get it on the new one. But yeah. And then I just got to work out the hoses and stuff like that. But I can do that later. But anyway, that's it for today. Every time I leave the property and I go out onto the main road, I always stop here on the side of the track. Well, on the way home anyway, not on the way out, on the way home. And I pick up a whole heap of grass, well, I was going to say grass clippings, but we're not in the suburbs and it's not from the lawnmower. So I've just hand-picked a whole heap of grass to pop in and make a to make compost with. So this is my green matter for making compost, making soil. But also I grab like a whole heap of I'm pretty sure this is plantain. I'm pretty sure, but anyway, I grab a whole heap of plantain and other weeds to give to the goats as well, and some extra grass with the roots attached to them in the dirt for them to scrounge around, especially the quails. The quails love it. So I always make an effort to take a bucket with me and pick up some of this luscious greenery here, because as you know, on the property there's just none of this whatsoever. So yeah, well, you know, I think want not waste, what is it? Want not waste not want not. I don't know, you know that saying? Anyway, I want it. It's on the side of the road. So I come and take some. I really need a bigger container because that is piddly. That is not that big at all. But anyway, I just do bit by bit. I'm going to put some of this grass clippings on the new garden beds that I'm starting to make. You know, I've put the mulch in the bark chips that were on the side of the road as well. The council come and mulch up a whole heap of the branches that have, you know, fallen down. And so I go and claim my little bit of mulch, and so I'm going to start making these garden beds, and I just need to put nutrients back into it. So here is some green matter for it. I've already got the carbon, you know, the bark chips, and one of the garden beds has dear Thelma in it. Poor Thelma. But anyway, today I also picked up 2 new bantams. So Thelma, when I got her, I noticed that her butt was poopy. And if you don't know what poopy butt, pasty butt is, look it up on YouTube. It's not nice. It's fatal to chickens, and in this case poor Thelma did pass away after, like, she had poopy butt when I got her, but I didn't really notice it. I did say to the owner, oh, has she got diarrhea? And they said no, she's just been cooped up for a bit too long. I went, oh, okay, no worries, you know, and because I didn't think anything of it. Anyway, the next day, or that day, I can't remember now, I have to look back on the video, I noticed that it was definitely poopy, and I had to fix it. So researched poopy butt, pasty butt, and so I knew what to do. So I was soaking dear Thelma. It cleared up, but then a couple of days later it came back again and cleared up. So after me nursing her, and then this last time, which was only a few days ago, I noticed it was looking pretty bad, and so I started cleaning her up, but it was just next to impossible trying to break off the poop. It was actually stuck to her, and poor thing. So, and it was cold here on the property as well, so I needed to dry her off with the heater from the car, because there's no obvious hairdryer that we can use. And she was sleeping, you know, falling asleep with the heat and whatnot, and poor thing. And then I realised she passed away on my lap. She wasn't sleepy from the heat after all. So poor thing, she did pass away. So dear Louise was all by herself. And I think last night was probably the coldest night. I have to move. I have to change hands. It's hurting me. She survived last night on her own, thank goodness, because I knew today I was going to be picking up a couple more bantams, and decided to change her name. So it's not Louise, it's actually Lulu. So because you can't have Louise without a Thelma. So, and I'm not going to call these new ones like Thelma. Nah, it's just not going to work. So anyway, dear Lulu survived, and now she's going to have a couple of friends. Let me show you. Maybe not. Anyway, they're in there. Now I have to think of a name for these two. My goodness. Who would have thought naming animals could be so hard? Yeah. Anyway, it's been a chilly morning. -5 degrees here. And it was foggy for ages, but I had to go out and pick up these 2 bantams and some food for the animals and pick up all this grass. Now we're heading home. Dear Nala, she's like, come on mum, come on mum. She's all rugged up. She's got her jacket. Stay there. She's got a jacket and a jumper on. But anyway, let's go. She's getting impatient. She wants to go home. And I'm sure the goats will be chewing at the bit, wanting to get out in the pasture. Sorry, just packing up the car here. But anyway, lusciousness. Love it. Don't have this greenery on the property, so I will be coming back here to grab some more and make a big compost pile, because I want to make my own soil. The soil on the property is crap, basically. It's horrible. And everything's dying. So, okay, I'm starting again, and I'm going to fill it full of nutrients, the best I can give it, with chicken poop, rabbit poop, goat poop. I don't know if that's too much poop. Might spread it out. But anyway, green matter to break down and put nutrients back into the soil. Good nutrients. And what better way to do it than collect it on the side of the road. Anyway, I'll see you back at the homestead unloading these 2 bantams. Okay, here's the 2 new girls. The 2 new girls, which I believe their names are going to be Martha and Mary. This one looks like it's slightly smaller than this one. So here's Lulu. And then this one, I might call Mary. That one's Mary and that one's Martha. Well, I hope you get on. Hope you get on, girls. So the smaller one is Martha. And that's Mary. And Lulu. I think Lulu is a bit... What's going on here? Who are you? Who are you? And Nala is just being a spaz. being a spaz, Nala? Yes. You being a spaz? Yep. This is the cage that I had Thelma and Louise in. Well, Lulu now. Not sure if it's going to be big enough in here now. This was a rabbit cage that we had. Might have to make that a little bit bigger in there. But Lulu survived. She obviously would have been warm enough with that straw in there. But hopefully I'll just thin it out a bit later on. So the three of them can fit in there. Might be a bit squishy. I did have them in that cage there. This one here, but it's freezing. It's too much open air. The cage was here before for the rooster, but not for these girls. It can't be for these girls. So I'm just going to have to thin out the straw a bit. All right, I'll let you girls get acquainted and find the water and the food, which is down in there.